Okay. Got a nice touch, guys. You have a good feel for around the green. I saw that with the chipping.
Ken, I'm going to compare your putting stroke to Tiger. Starting out with your setup, you have a pretty good stroke. I just want to kind of go over some of the things that are slightly different than what I would normally expect to see in a fundamentally sound technique. Tiger's probably one of the best putters, certainly now, and many consider best of all time. The difference is in the forward lean that you put in the shaft. There's an awful lot of good putters who have a slight forward lean. You probably have much more forward lean than you would find other good putters have. It's pretty excessive. One of the things that we've learned through research is that you don't want to hit the ball with negative loft on the putter face that drives it down into the green. You actually want a few degrees of elevation on the loft of the putter as it's delivered to the ball. That keeps it on line a little better and maintains more consistency in the speed of the ball as it comes off. When you hit down into it, you add variables to what might affect the speed of the ball, and you would get some inconsistencies in speed. So you might experiment a little bit with maybe not having that much forward lean in the shaft. If you make a change and it improves your putting, then it's a good change. If you make a change and it doesn't improve your putting, then probably wasn't a good change. So it's something you might experiment with. Let's look at the stroke itself. We're going to look at Tiger first. He takes it back. As he hits the ball, his eyes are down. His eyes stay down as he continues his stroke. He hasn't turned to watch the ball roll away. And when the putter stops on his follow through, when he completes the stroke, he will hold his head down for a moment or two. Even after he stops, he'll hold his finish, he'll hold his posture, he'll hold still for a moment or two before he turns. And now he's looking, and while he's looking at the ball roll, he maintains his posture and his spine angle, and he maintains that finishing position of his putter. He doesn't recoil it back. Now let's look at your stroke as you go back. Come through. As you hit the ball, your eyes are down. But you do tend to turn and watch the ball a little bit. And so one of the things that I would want you to work on, if there's any one particular thing that I would stress, and I think it's an extremely important fundamental, is the putt, hold, look. Everybody has to guess how hard to hit the golf ball. Tiger has to guess, you have to guess. The better putters guess better than we do. And the reason they guess better about how hard to hit it is they have a really good memory of all of their past experiences. They have a memory of a force they used that matches a particular result they got with that force. The best opportunity to remember and absorb the feeling of force is the moment after you have the experience. If you turn your head and watch the ball, your brain is remembering the visual information of the ball rolling to the hole, but it wasted and lost its best opportunity to remember the force of the experience as opposed to the visual picture it created. If you hold your finish before you turn your head, if you hit the ball and keep your eyes down, subconsciously your brain is going to do a much better job of absorbing that memory of the force because it's not distracted by the visual information. So one of the things I would like you to do is to develop this putt, hold, and look, and that you hit the putt, you don't turn until your stroke is complete, and I'm talking just a moment or two, 1 second, 1.5 seconds. Hold your finish, and then turn and look. And you don't have to consciously try to remember the feeling of it. That'll occur automatically behind the curtain, but it will help you match up the result of that putt with a stronger memory of the force you used. And as you start guessing at how hard to hit future putts, your subconscious mind will use that sharper, stronger memory to make better guesses in the future.
There you go, see?
Okay. What's that up?
I just got to tell you how to do that on.
That one you hit over here, you would have hit the tee.
So,
You hit it on the hosel. You didn't hit the flat part. You hit this part.
oh,
You swung out beyond the ball. Now, you didn't on that one. Your subconscious mind saw this tee and said, man, I don't want to hit that tee, and so it kept it on line. Your other one swung out here and would have hit that tee and hit it on the hosel.
oh.
Okay, that's pretty good. Starting to dial it in. You have a good technique and good execution with this club for a lot of shots around.
I had it first.
You're not real comfortable yet with the sand wedge.
No.
Okay, we're going to change everything up a little bit here. Well, this little bump and run shot that you were doing all the fundamental techniques of a good chip shot. You had your feet close together, you're choking down a little bit, you had your weight on the left side, you had your hands forward. But all that's changing now for this shot. I want the ball slightly more to your left. I want you to feel like your shaft is almost vertical, but only maybe a little bit. I just don't want the severe thing.
Okay.
We want to hit the ball high.
Yeah.
Watch the face of the club.
Yeah.
Not high anymore.
You close it.
So I want you. What we're going to try to hit the ground with is not the leading edge, but the bounce.
Oh.
This skid.
Yeah.
So I don't want us to be digging. I want us to be skimming. I'm sliding the bounce along the ground. So let me see you just kind of do a couple of swings with a vertical shaft. Let it be slippery. Yeah, skim it. Okay? Let's hit a couple shots with that swing. Don't worry about where the ball is. Just aim in that direction. Keep the hands vertical. That's got up in the air a little bit more. Trial in the air right now. That's glide higher. Now I want you to do a practice swing. And instead of finishing here, I want you to finish with the club head above your hands. Do a rehearsal swing. I'm going to take you to a whole new finish. Yeah, there you go. But in your mind, I want you to have this picture of yourself in your mind. You're swinging to that pose. Swing. All your practice swings have a nice little bump.
Yeah.
Your ball swing is air. You're not having any ground at all with your ball swing. And I want your chest to move.
Oh, okay.
I don't want you swinging your hands past your chest. Swing your chest. Let the club only go as fast as your chest can swing. Yes, like that. It's a more connected feeling. So that's a different feeling.
Yeah.
More connected feeling. That's a really good. Now you have it. You're keeping control of the face. Feel that chest swing. That's a shot. That's the one we want. You didn't force it. It was just a nice, gentle chest swing. It's not a hand swing. It's a chest swing. Keep that going. Now we'll have something to work with. I want you to have a little bit more hinge in your backswing. Let me see a rehearsal. So hinge and then chest swing. It's called the hinge and hold. Very nice. A little different.
Felt nice.
Keep that going. You don't own it yet. It's not ready for the golf course, but you've got to practice it until it hits. That's really good. Now there's that bunker right in front of the green. You're going over it and
Yeah.
stopping. You didn't have a shot for that before.
No, I didn't.
Oh, that's really nice. Look how high that got. You do have some cupping. In other words, when you don't deliver the club face at the same angle every time.
Oh,
Sometimes
okay.
it's more. And so that the club speed's the same. But sometimes the club
Causes
speed
more.
goes this direction, other times it goes this direction.
So I need to concentrate on keeping my wrist stiff.
You certainly don't want to cup under. You want to keep the handle going forward.
All right.
Don't stop the handle. That'll give you a more stable club face every time. Good contact. And when you're using the bounce, you don't have to be perfect. You can hit behind it a little bit and it'll still slide on through. But if you're coming in with a leading edge and you hit behind it, it gets stuck.
Yeah.
You just turn the dot on your ball and go until it's there.
Okay, is all the chip shots like this?
Pretty much.
But pitch and run is like I was doing up there. That's
It's
correct.
certainly one way, but you're starting to see more and more pros, even on that little chip and run. Steve Stricker has a lot to do with this. He started helping people, and he likes people to get the heel off the air. He almost wants you to get into a putting stroke.
Yeah.
And he get the hands very high, and not get here, but reverse it.
Oh, let me try it.
Something you can work with it. Because sometimes you get that heel down too much. If you're just a fraction off, it gets stuck on you. So you're going to have the handles up high and feel like you're on the toe, sitting up almost on the toe. Going to hole. Ooh.
Ah!
But as you get further back and you want the ball to not roll, you want to stop quickly, then I want your B as close to the pin as possible, not as close to the edge of the green as possible.
Makes sense. Okay.
Which means you need something beside, you need trajectory to help you stop it. So you want more loft. So the further back you get, the more loft you need, because that allows you to swing faster, because you've got to hit it further even though it's going to go up higher. And because you're swinging faster, you're putting more spin on it. So you've got two things that help it stop: spin and trajectory. Got it. The thing that you have to resist is this desire to have that forward press so strong. So one of the things I want you to be able to do very consistently is hit the ground. Hit the big ball. Right now. So let me see if you can just hit the big ball first. Not bad. You said hit the big ball. Good. So we know you can hit the big ball as long as that white ball's not in your way. But now we're going to try to hit the big ball while lined up with the white ball. And you did. That's beautiful. See, I can see how the grass got scuffed. And that's when you swing properly, you're not going to be digging it so much. You'll scuff it. That was really well done. It got nice and high. Now, if there was a time where we don't want any sway, it's right now.
Did I sway?
A little bit.
Okay, and now we're going to take a look at your longer pitch shot. I've got Tiger on the right, and he has his feet a little bit closer together than you do. You might experiment with that a little bit. That might help stabilize your swing a little bit. But let's want to focus on how he swings his chest through the ball. His hands are right in front of his belly button, and so this almost moves together. So this line from his sternum to his hands moves, so he's kind of pivoting through. So he's not just holding his chest still at the ground where the ball was at impact, but he's swinging his shoulders and his hands as a connected unit. But what I want to emphasize, you can watch his knees move right there. And as he comes through the ball, his legs are leaning hard to the target. He's not vertical. The distance between his wrist here and elbows remains the same all the way through the swing, through impact. So let's look at your swing on the left, and this is a practice swing. It's a little bigger swing than this one, but I am seeing some good movements here. I'm seeing, as I click and frame advance, I am seeing your right hip, your right belt, your pocket there, and your right knee move a little bit as you come through. Now we're going to compare your swing and shot to Tiger while you're hitting a golf ball. Earlier was just a practice swing. First, let's look at Tiger, and I want to focus on his head position. I've got a box set up there. And you can see how he keeps his head pretty much in that box. And as he comes through, you can see how his left hip is way outside that foot. So he certainly does not have a sway to the right. If anything, he's almost leaning to the left as he almost falls into the ball right there. He has a very strong angle of his legs this way. As you take it back, watch your head come out of the box to the right quite a bit, almost a half of a head. And your hips also slid, so you have a lot more on your right foot than your left foot. You tend to stay back there. You kind of swayed to the right side, and then you stayed on your back foot as you came through. Ken, on the right was your practice swing right before the ball swing, and the ball swing is on your left. I've drawn a red arrow from the ankle through the knee. Let's look at your practice swing first. I'm going to let it go all the way through until your hands are, that right hand is parallel to the shoulder. So now we have this hand and shoulder are lined up, and your ankle to knee at that moment is toward the target. So you have shifted more to your left side in your follow through. You've moved toward your left side, evidenced by the right leg. Now on the other side, you can see how it's just all upper body. When this is parallel, you still have your right hip and right leg back here. So you're doing what we call a reverse weight shift, in that you actually have more weight on your right foot at this point in your follow through than you had at the beginning of the swing. You shifted back to your right leg during your downswing. And so, in fact, this leg is angled this way, and this one's more here. Now, your practice swing has all the elements that you would want you to. I don't need you to look like Tiger. I just need you to look like your practice swing, and it'll be a better shot. That'll put the low point more in front of the ball and allow you to hit under the ball and not hit it thin or hit it fat. But if you get that low point behind the golf ball, which is what this reverse weight shift will do, then if you hit you'll either hit behind the ball, or you will lift up to not hit behind the ball, then you hit it thin. You'll do both. But if that low point's in front of the ball, then you won't have to make any compensation moves, and you'll just do your normal swing, and you'll slide right under the ball as it's the attack angle being more downward.
You have a natural, it's part of you have a really good rhythm. But you've achieved that good rhythm by rocking. You have a nice little gentle rock to the right, rock to the left. It helps your timing, helps your rhythm. But it really harms the geometry in terms of where you need this consistency of contact. So let's try to stay on that left side. There you go, that's a good swing. Swing that chest, boom, good. Very nice. That's excellent.
Now this swing on the right really shows me some really good stuff, Ken. The swing on the right was after we talked about your swaying back to the right foot, and so you were concentrating a little bit more on not swaying, and you did a much better job of keeping that head right in the box. Whereas the swing on the left, you moved it almost a half a head outside that box. And then I'm going to take you to the follow through where you are in the same position with your right arm on the left. I'm going to take you to that position here. And so that's a very good position. It's very similar here as you are here. But you swung your chest. Over here, this ankle to knee line is back here. And on this one, it's forward. Much better swing on the right. Look at this, your left leg is angled back. You have on the left side, you have a reverse weight shift. You're falling into the back foot. But on the swing on the right, you're falling into your front foot, which is what we want. This leg is much more forward. You can even see this little tab on your shirt. That tells me your right side has rotated to the target. Your belt buckle is facing more here at this same point where you're still kind of facing the ground right here with the swing on the left. So you have a much more of a upper body and lower body connected together, and it's like a little mini swing on the right. Whereas the swing on the left was basically just a hands only. You're just kind of slapping at the ball with your hands, but you didn't have any lower body activity at all. So you didn't have to learn this. You already know it. You just need to work on it so it's more automatic. That's a very good pitch swing on the right.
Very nice. Now you kind of decelled a little bit between that chest. That time you kind of did a little fall back. You got to make sure that you're finishing up on that left side. Let me see you swing just a lot faster. Just put it that way.
But not hit the ball?
No, I want you to hit the ball. Same, the backswing length is going to be the same, but I want you to be much more aggressive.
Oh, okay.
Much more aggressive. It may go too far. So, it's a soft, short backswing, but aggressive hit. Yes, that's what I want. Soft and short, aggressive. Do that again. That's perfect. That's the best one you've hit. That's a quality shot there. Soft and short. Aggressive. Yes, Ken. That's a golf shot. That shot has character. Does that feel different?
It felt smooth, but I was afraid to hit it like that. Afraid it would...
No, you were decelling. Now, you're more comfortable with these full swings with this club than you are the little half swings?
I'm not comfortable with these clubs at all.
Okay, well, let's get comfortable. Now, this one, I want it more in the middle of your stance, not forward,
Oh.
for a full swing. Okay, it becomes a lot more critical on these shots that we stay on that left side, that we don't get back here. Okay. Got to really have you stay on that left foot. Get your feet maybe almost preset it on that left side. Odds are very good you'll hit it solid if you stay on the left foot. So your mind's on the left foot right now. Good. That's much better. That was solid. Feel good?
Yes, it did.
You got your low point in front of the ball that time.